Hello, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Tuesday, December 2nd, NBA and college basketball. So college basketball extremely light yesterday. It's heavy today as we got Big 12 and Big 12 and Big East. We got SEC, ACC games. So we got a pretty good slate of games for college basketball day and a 6-game slate for NBA Tuesday. So good slate of games today. We're going to go through all of those. If you're new to our show or been here before, welcome aboard or welcome back. We appreciate you having you here. All of our shows here on YouTube brought to you by Outlier, the world's #1 sports betting app. 7-day free trial in the comments section or on our YouTube channel page. And also our private Discord channel available in the comments section, as well as the YouTube channel page. You can join a couple hundred plus members, get all of our bets early, get our unit sizes, what we're extremely heavy on, get bonus material, get ahead of line moves and juice moves and all that kind of fun stuff as well by joining that Discord. Link in the comments section and the YouTube channel page. All right, let's get started. College basketball. We're not playing anything until a little bit later at 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. Iowa, Michigan State in East Lansing. Michigan State, 6.5-point favorite, 135.5 total here. A little Big Ten opener, right? So Michigan State's looked better than expected. That win over UNC I thought was pretty impressive earlier, a week or so ago. If they can hit threes, they are difficult. They're always going to play good defense under Izzo. The question is, are they going to make enough shots? They should be able to make more than plenty of shots at Iowa. Iowa over the years has not done well at Michigan State. We do like Michigan State in this game here, -3.5 first half and 6.5 for the game. The next game up, Tennessee, Syracuse. All right, so Tennessee's has had some nice wins, right? And they've played well. Going on the road at Syracuse and laying 6.5 might be a different story. Syracuse, that carry don't just, man, does it mess with people or does it mess with people? But anyway, all that being said, I think Syracuse keeps this game close, has a chance to win it as well against Tennessee. Syracuse +3.5 first half, +6.5 for the game. The next game up that we are on, about a little Virginia Tech, South Carolina, 7 o'clock Eastern time. South Carolina favored by 1.5, 149.5 total for two teams that should be a slugfest in. Don't expect a lot of scoring in this one. Expect this game probably to be played in the 130s. I was a little shocked to see it at 149.5. Maybe it gets into the 140s, but I think we still cruise here as long as we stay away from overtime. And this one, under 79.5 first half, under 149.5 for the game. The next game up that we are on is going to be Florida, if we can get to it here, and Duke. I think Duke wins this game, but I think this game's a little bit closer than we anticipate. Line is currently 7.5, 157.5 total. Now, the super freshman in the last game didn't cover the 10.5 in the big game, but they've played a lot of big games early, and they've played really well. Do we not think they're going to have one of these games where maybe they don't play as well? Maybe they sneak out a couple-point win here, but I think Florida puts a lot of pressure on them throughout this game and covers the number. Florida +4.5 first half, +7.5 for the game. Next game up, how about a little we skipped on the Purdue game, even though we looked at it about 18 different times there. I just don't know about Rutgers if they're going to backdoor cover that 16.5. So stayed away from that one there, but interesting note. And next one up, UConn at Kansas, 9 o'clock Eastern time frame. UConn favored by 1.5. If this game was at UConn, I'd probably play them at 5.5 here. Darren Peterson, super freshman, projected #1 overall NBA pick, is supposed to be back for the Jayhawks. That's important because they need another scoring piece. They actually played really well out in the Era Festival without Darren Peterson. I'll give him credit for that. They didn't play well against Duke without him, but they've played well otherwise. Beyond has been good. The team looks pretty solid. Peterson is definitely the difference maker. They're going to need him against UConn. If, for some reason, Peterson's not playing, this line will go up. So if you want to wait on this one, don't blame me at all. But we do like Kansas to win this game outright at home. Kansas money line first half, Kansas money line for the game. Next game up, little Georgia, Florida State. It's a total of 171.5. This game should be a lot of fun. If you like college basketball and you like scoring, this should be a pretty good one here. Georgia, a little bit better team, I think, than Florida State. Now, Georgia's got to go on the road here, but they should be able to handle Florida State here. I really think they should. We do like Georgia money line first half and money line for the game. Next game up, North Carolina, Kentucky. So North Carolina at that game at home against Michigan State was god-awful. They were good for about the first 8 minutes, and then they forgot they had to play the rest of the other 32 minutes. Now they have to go on the road, not even a home game. Kentucky did play flat in the game against Michigan State earlier in the season. I don't think you're going to see a flat Kentucky team at home. We expect the home crowd to have a lot to do with this. Kentucky gets -3 in the first half. -5.5 for the game. Then we've got one more college basketball game, and it happens to be the late one of the night. 10 o'clock Eastern time frame. Cal favored by 8.5. I was surprised this wasn't at 10.5. I think anything under 10 here works for us against Utah. Cal at home, much better team, I think, than Utah is, and we'll lay the points. Cal -4.5 first half and -8.5 for the game. All right, that's the college basketball portion. Now we've got NBA to get into. So let's get started there as we've got more games, more props, and all kinds of fun stuff here. All right, Wizards. Here's a good standalone game for you at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Wizards in the 76ers. So we did see a Joel Embiid sighting yesterday, or in the 76ers last game. So hallelujah. Wizards get another win. They're playing back-to-backs. How about the Wizards coming from behind to beat the Bucks? How bad are the Bucks? I can't believe Giannis isn't like screaming for a trade. Although Giannis hasn't been as dominant as he was early, he's still kind of a little ginger there. But they really don't have a lot else. I mean, AJ Green's a nice like role piece. Miles Turner's been a bust. They should have never signed him. He does not fit with that offense. Miles Turner, to be successful, typically needs a dominant point guard. They don't have one there in Milwaukee. Ryan Rollins only plays well when Giannis isn't playing. Gary Trent hasn't been what they hoped for. Kuzma definitely hasn't been what they hoped for. But Chris Middleton wasn't working out either in that trade last year. So Milwaukee's in what we call salary cap hell with not a lot of options. And it's only going to be a matter of time before they got to trade Giannis for the farm and, 27 draft picks. And reload and rebuild. Anyway, that being said, this game here, there's no way I'm playing the 76ers as a 14-point favorite. But the 235.5 total, we do like. This was 234.5 not even 20 minutes ago, and it's already going up. So get in where you fit in on this one. I think this game's played in the 240s. So Wizards, 76ers over 59.5 first half, 59.5 first quarter, 119.5 first half, 234.5 for the game. Bub Carrington, 14+ point. Marvin Bagley, under 7.5 rebounds. Bub Carrington, 7+ rebounds and assists combined. VJ Edgecombe, 8+ rebounds and assists. There should be a shot about every 12 seconds. Therefore, there's going to be a lot of assists and a lot of rebounds available in that opener there. Next game up in the NBA, 7:30 Eastern time frame. Trailblazers, Raptors. Portland on the road at Toronto. Toronto in the last game kind of laid the perfect turd. Raptors 4.5-point favorites here, 231.5. Both these teams need to be at home, I think, to be really successful. That's where they both have been successful. Blazers on the road's been a little bit of different question mark on that one there. I mean, it's not that there's worse teams on the road in the league, but they are 5-6 on the road. Raptors 7-2 at home. We like the Raptors in the spot. We get it under that key number of 5 and you had to take advantage of it here. Raptors -1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Quickly for 2+ turnovers. Shannon Sharp, 20+ points and assists combined. Scotty Barnes, 3+ turnovers. Total 9+ rebounds And Kamara, 4+ points in the first quarter. Next game up, how about a little T-Wolves and Pelicans as we hit, 3 8 o'clock Eastern time frame games here. So Pelicans are getting 9.5 at home, 235.5 total in this one here. Pelicans have actually played pretty well as of late. They're getting some wins. They're 2-9 at home, so not the best. But the T-Wolves are only 500 on the road. But the Pelicans, two of the 3 wins have been as in the last 3 games. In this one here, injury report so far looks like what do we got? Trey Murphy still a game time decision. Herbert Jones is still out. Jordan Poole's still out. For the Pelicans, nobody for the T-Wolves. They need to do something to fix that immediately because I don't think that's allowed to not have at least 4 people on the injury report in the NBA, even though they're not really hurt. The T-Wolves, they might get fined for not having anybody on there, right? Anyway, this game here, we do expect the Pelicans to play pretty well at home. They've been playing better. The T-Wolves are a good team. They're fighting, for playoff seeding. They should be there in the Western Conference in the, probably top 6, I would think. 12-8 record, but they do toy around a little bit. Ant started to heat up, but they don't put teams away until it seems like the fourth quarter. But they don't seem to go punch anybody in the mouth in the early. And if you're going to let these bad teams hang around like the Pelicans and you're on the road, not normally a recipe for success. But that being said, Pelicans plus the points is where we're headed here, plus 2.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 9.5 for the game. Ant-Man, 5+ rebounds. Derek Queen, 11+ rebounds and assists. Ant-Man, 35+ points and assists combined. Ant-Man for 30+ points. Ant-Man for 4+ threes. Rudy Gobert, 11+ rebounds. Sadiq Bey, 15+ points and 9+ rebounds and assists. Next game up, how about a little Spurs and the Grizzlies? Spurs favored by 5.5 at home, 231.5 total. And the Grizzlies, almost 500 on the road. Spurs 8-2 at home, one of the better home records, 13-6 overall. And a lot of that with no Wembanyama, who's still out. Now it might be another 2 weeks plus. Castle might just be out another day or two for the Spurs. And then when you go to the Grizzlies side of things, Brandon Clark out till the start of the year. Ty Jerome out till the middle of next month. Jack Landale, game time decision. John Morant not due back for a couple weeks. They're fighting through the injury bug. One nice thing, Cameron Spencer for them has been pretty solid. I will say that he's given them some solid minutes. The Grizzlies haven't played god-awful as of late, but their Spurs are at home where they are best. Spurs minus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 5.5 for the game. Zach Edey under 24.5 points and rebounds combined. Champagne, under 5.5 rebounds. Keldon Johnson, 13+ points and 15+ points and assists and 22+ par. Cam Spencer, who we mentioned, 2+ threes. Dylan Harper, 11+ points. He's hit that like 6 out of his last 7. And we've got De'Aaron Fox, 25+ points there for the Spurs against the Grizzlies. All right, and the final game of the night as we get to the NBC doubleheader. Or no, I'm sorry, we got 2 more games. My apologies. Celtics and the Knicks is the first game on NBC. I don't know if NBC got the notice or not, but the Celtics are not supposed to be that good. But it seems like they're on Prime Video or NBC like every damn Tuesday and Friday. I still can't figure that part out. Celtics at home getting 1.5, 230.5 total. Really? The Knicks have – how many road wins do the Knicks have? 1 or 2? Not many. They have – I'm sorry. They're up to 3. They're 3-5. 13-6 overall. They only lost 1 time at home, but all of a sudden they got a couple road wins, and now they're a favorite over the Celtics. I understand the Celtics only 6-4 at home, but okay. I'm a little confused here by the line. I thought the Celtics would have been favored, so in this one here, and we were prepared to take the Celtics as a favorite. But Celtics money line works for us. Money line first quarter, money line first half, money line for the game. Josh Hart, 5+ field goals. Miles Bridges, 6+ field goals. Brunson, under 3.5 rebounds. Pritchard, 3+ threes. Bridges, 3+ steals and blocks. He's hit that in 5 consecutive. Jaylen Brown, 12+ rebounds and assists. Now the final game of the night as we get to it, right? Everybody's like, all right, Warriors, Thunder. All right, so let's go look at the laundry list of characters who are out for this game here. Draymond Green, game time decision. Jimmy Butler, game time decision. Al Horford out for at least a few more days. And Trace Jackson, game time decision. I don't see no Steph Curry on there. That's a good thing. And for the Thunder, Caruso out, Dort out, Hartenstein out. They've got guys out all over the place. So 11 o'clock Eastern time frame as I will give NBC this. They're definitely trying to get the West Coast involved in basketball. But West Coast is pretty heavy basketball out here. 221.5 is the total in this one here. And then also the lineup, 11.5. I think the 11.5 might be a shade much for a lower scoring game. Under is the way we're headed here. And I expect this to get close to 220. So expect the last, few minutes sweat. Under 57.5 first quarter, 115.5 first half, 221.5 for the game. AJ Mitchell, they finally came off that 18.5 points and assists. He is down to 17.5. We're still going under. Moody under 12.5 points. Pazinski under 22.5 par, points, assists, rebounds. SGA under 11.5 rebounds and assists. Kuminga under 16.5 points and rebounds. Pazinski under 13.5 points. Chet for 2+ turnovers. We're going back to Chet once again under 9.5 rebounds as he hits 8 or 9, but can't seem to get to 10. And Buddy Hield under 8.5 points. So that's going to be a rundown of what we're playing on Tuesday, December 2nd, college basketball, NBA basketball. If you like what you're seeing here, do us all a favor, throw a like, a share, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. All that shows a lot of love to myself and anybody's show that you watch shows a lot of love for the creators. It's much appreciative. All of that stuff doesn't cost you anything. All it does is, like I said, just show a lot of love for the creators out there. We definitely appreciate it when we see stuff like that. Also, all of our shows on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial. A lot of people taking advantage of that over the last few weeks. Try it out for 7 days. If you don't like it, no problem. Cancel. It's not that big a deal. And want to make sure if it's something you're going to enjoy and use that you're a part of it. Not only that, Outlier does have a Discord as well if you're interested in that. We have one as well. But if you do join the Outlier app, you can get on their Discord, and they'll throw out a lot of stuff on there as well. Plus, you're going to get great trends that are going on in all kinds of different sports. You're going to get great bets, stuff that's hit at 60, 70, 80, even 90%. Not only that, you're going to be able to odd shop from all the books that you're a part of in one spot and make multiple bets from multiple books. Like I said, all in that one spot. Outlier 7-day free trial. The link is in the comment section and the YouTube channel page. Also, our Discord is available if you want all of our bets early. If you want to save a little time and not have to watch the whole show and get all of our bets, no problem at all. We give our unit sizes on there so you know which ones we're the heaviest on to go play those first, because we have so many plays per day. It's probably going to be impossible for a lot of you to play all of them. So it gives you a great chance to go play those. Not only that, we've got multiple cappers throwing in bets there as well. Not every day for multiple cappers, but they'll throw in maybe 2 to 3, 4 days a week to give you some additional ideas. Plus, we're going to have some bonus material on stuff we don't put out for public. All there in the Discord. You can find that link in the comments section or the YouTube channel page. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.